beautiful people, and welcome back to my channel. I hope you guys are ready for your daily dose of melanin. So I have not done a financial video in a second, so I decided today we're going to talk about it. Now, this was inspired by my conversations with family and friends about not sticking to budgets. And I'm gonna tell y'all, I really can't stick to a budget either, which is why I make funds and I automatically allocate the money where it needs to go. So I don't gotta worry about it. I don't gotta pencil and paper every month. Like, it's done for me. However, like in speaking to, family and friends, we've all talked about this idea of like, why can't we stick to a budget? And I thought about, a lot of the seminars and books and videos that I've read, seen, heard, what have you. And they talk about budgets. That's like the first thing that they tell you when you talk about finances. It's like, oh, make a budget and stick to your budget. But one thing that I noticed that has not been said that I feel needs to be said is you need to have a financial goal. Say it again. You need to have a financial goal because your budget should not be based on just what you have. It should be based on the goals that you have for yourself. And I feel like that will help you stick to your budget. Now, let's break down a little bit having a financial goal. When I kind of came up with this in my head, I'm not going to say came up with because I'm sure this is not the first time that this has ever been said. But when it kind of hit me, this idea, I said, what are my financial goals? And I realized that I had not written them down, and I realized that they were also not specific. And then even when I ask, other people, what are your financial goals? Everyone pauses and they're just like, to be comfortable or to retire early or to make 6 figures by whatever age or what have you. It's always things like that. And then I ask further, I'm like, what does it mean to be comfortable? What does that mean to you? What does it mean to retire early? What age? How much money? Like, not in a nosy way, like I'm trying to know your business, more of a, that's something that you should be thinking about, because if you don't even have a number, if you don't have a thought, if you don't have that going in your head, how are you going to put towards it? And so I just want to talk about a couple of different, financial goals that you can have and put that out there just to, challenge the way some people think and maybe give you a new outlook on creating a budget. So here we go. So first thing to do when you make that financial goal, there's 2 parts of it. Just to kind of simplify it, 2 parts of it. One, put a number to that dollar amount and put an age to it. The age part is not as necessary, I would say, than the number. So for example, if you say, okay, my financial goal is being comfortable. What does that mean? Does that mean having $100,000 in the bank? Does that mean making $100,000 a year? Does that mean having $100,000 in investments? Does that mean having your net worth be $100,000? That can mean a lot of different things, and you just have to define that for yourself. So I gave you a couple examples of things that you can think about setting financial goals for. Not just how much money you're going to make, because that's variable, or some people may be in a job where it's a salary or what have you. But not just how much money you're gonna make, but how much money do you want to save? I noticed with myself, like, you kind of just save to oblivion. And should it really be that way? Or do you want to make a goal and say, okay, I'm going to save 3 to 6 months or 3 to 12 months of my expenses. And once I hit that number, then the excess is going to go somewhere else. And when you do that, you can say, okay, based on that amount that I want to get to, I don't have to put every single dollar after my bills into savings. I could separate that and put some of it into investments. I could put it into this. I could put it into that. So setting a goal for savings, setting a goal for investments. How much do you want to invest every month? How much do you want your portfolio to be? Do you want a 6-figure portfolio? Do you want $1 million portfolio? What do you want your net worth to be? And your net worth is just the total of all your assets. So the money you have in the bank, your investments, if you have a house, the equity you have in the house, all those things. Do you want your net worth to be $100,000? Do you want your net worth to be $1 million? These are all just things that we can think about. Some other things I know, like FIRE, or what is it? Retiring early, or what is the other word? Financial independence and early retirement. What does financial independence look like for you? And I'm not talking about, oh, this is the number that everyone should strive to be at. No, I'm saying for you, based on your dreams, your goals, your aspirations. What does that look like for you? And write it down. You don't have to be like, by July 1st, 2105, I need to have, no one's saying you have to do all of that, but say, like, you know what? My goal is to be a millionaire. I want my net worth to, what, even when you say, I want to be a millionaire, what do you mean? Do you mean, as I said, your net worth is $1 million? Do you mean you're making $1 million? What do you mean? Define it. Be specific, and that will help you stick to your budget, because you'll have that goal in mind, and then you can prepare accordingly. You could do the same thing with debt, because I was talking about the amount of money that you can make and the amount of money that you'll have, but also with debt, like, which is a big topic, paying off that debt. When do you want to pay off your debt by? How much money a year are you going to put towards your debt? Things like that. Buying a house, anything you can think of, you can apply it there. And lastly, just to end this video, it's going to be a pretty short one, just to talk about some of the benefits of making these financial goals and making them specific. I mean, I already kind of mentioned it, but just in case you ain't hear it before and you were skipping through the video, so you just need to get to the end. Benefits are really two of them. One, you will be able to stick to your budget better than you were before. Or if you didn't even have a budget, maybe you make one, or not. If you want to make some funds, you can check out some of my other videos on making funds. The other benefit is you have a stop sign. Sometimes, I know, okay, I'll give you the example for with me when I run. When I run, if I don't know where the end is, it automatically feels like an unbearable run, especially because I don't like running in general. So when I run, if I can't say, all right, that tree is my end point where I could, you know, push forward and really just get there, like just get to the tree, fine, then I could do it better than if you would just like run till I tell you to stop. If you tell me that, I will run for 30 seconds and be like, I'm dying. Whereas if I have a goal set, it's like, okay, I can really push forward and move to this point. So I think it's pretty similar. If you have a goal set, it will help to motivate you to, whether that is get another hustle, stay with your hustle, manage your money differently. I think it would just help in those ways. All right, y'all, let me know in the comments below how y'all think about this. Not how y'all, what y'all think about this. And if you like this video, if you want more videos like this, please let me know. Keep liking, and I hope you enjoyed your daily dose of melanin.